guys, it's the TMI Queen. So you might be wondering, why are you still in your bathrobe? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Seasonal depression is a bitch. Also, I have been cleaning my house all day and I haven't had a chance to change clothes. I didn't want to put on anything nice until I was done. So I'm still wearing what I wore last night. And now I feel like, what's the point of putting on a whole new outfit just to wear for a few hours? I was tagged by Frecky Fitwolf in a reflection tag, and it's basically reflecting on the last year and reflecting on what's to come. What is one thing that you did in 2019 that you're the most proud of? Finally getting my blood pressure under control. I still haven't hit my goal weight, but my blood pressure is at a relatively normal rate. I'm obviously still working on losing more weight so that it's not dependent on what I ate that day or how much stress I was under. I mean, it will somewhat deal with some of the stress that I'm under, but I'd like to worry less about those factors. What was the most fun event from 2019? I don't really do anything fun. I've not gone to any events that I recall. I'm pretty much been at home. I don't know. None. What is one thing that you learned? I learned about eating healthier. I learned how to cook with an air fryer. And I learned not to depend on other people for my happiness. One thing that I do better, I definitely eat better. I definitely move better. I'm more organized. I know that's 3 things, but those are big things in my life. So, like, yeah. Are you setting a New Year's resolution? And if so, what? I am, actually. Not really resolutions so much as they are goals. And these goals are achievable goals. I think too many people set goals that are just not reasonable. They're not sustainable. They're just too much. My goals for the next year are to work on getting down to my goal weight. If I get there, great. If I don't, that's fine too. But I'm going to work on and continue to work on getting closer to my goal weight, which is 160. Work on eating healthier, work on moving more, and work on trying to find ways to occupy my time that don't necessarily include friends. So that may involve getting together with my family more often, which shouldn't be hard since I'm going to be living a bit closer to them in the very near future. Events or vacations for 2020? Well, I know Frecky Fitwolf has told y'all we are going to Dragon Con Labor Day weekend, and I could not be more excited. I am ready for a legit vacation, like an actual vacation where you leave for a whole week. I've never done that, I think, in my entire life. Take that back. I did about 17, 18 years ago. 18 years ago it will be by the time I go on this vacation. 18 years ago. I went on a 5-day vacation to California. That is the last legit long-term vacation that I took. All my other vacations have been just like extended weekends here and there. This is going to be my first real legit vacation where I not only have an activity, but I'm gonna stay at a hotel of sorts. It's gonna be an Airbnb, but same difference. And I'm gonna be with my friends, like my actual friends that I hang out with. It's sad that My friend who, now mind you, I live in Michigan. Michigan. Y'all know where that's at. I'm hanging out with my friend from Missouri and my other friend from Florida. I will have hung out with them more than I've hung out with my friends that live locally. I'm super bitter about that, just so as you know. I know I've probably brought it up umpteen thousand times, but I'm super, super bitter about that. I'm super bitter about that. What is one thing that you hope happens in 2020? That the people who have ignored me over the years just disappear? No bitterness there. I'm an INFJ, just so y'all know. And INFJs have this thing called a door slam. And a door slam is when someone does you wrong or disappears out of your life. If they do it enough times, or if they've done it for a long enough period, you essentially slam the door on that friendship. And it doesn't reopen. We essentially shut it, lock it, bolt it, put the chain over, flip the latch. That person is dead to you. What is one thing that you hope happens in 2020? I hope I hit my goal weight. I hope I hit my goal weight. And I hope I make new friends. So my son's got this knack for every single time I've ever made a video ever in the last 2 months. He calls right in the middle of it, or right as I'm just about to finish up, he calls. Which I do all my videos on my phone, so I got to the last question and sure enough the phone rings. Should have known. Where do you see yourself next year? Well, I see myself living in my new house. I see myself eating healthier. I see myself exercising more. I see myself with a new dog. I see myself coming up with some new hobbies because obviously when you don't have a lot of people to hang out with, you need to do something. You can only binge watch so much Netflix and so much Hallmark movies before you go crazy. I just bought, I'll show you. I bought a Sharpie gift pack. This is under Self-Care Saturday and Treat Yourself Tuesday. It was on sale for like $14.99 or something like that. So yeah, it's got colored pencils, it's got markers, it's got, you name it, it's got it. So I just thought it would be something fun. I bought like a calligraphy pen. It's got like the old-fashioned like tip on it. It writes amazing. I want to take it to work with me, but I know someone will snag it if I do, so there's no way I'm taking that to work. But now I want to buy like more. I was going through some of my cupboards because, you know, over the summer I had plenty to do outside, so I really didn't like have time to do any drawing or coloring or creating or anything. So, but I found this thing of calligraphy pens. I have a fascination with calligraphy, even though I can't draw letters to save my life. I'm a lefty, so already my handwriting is horrible just by default, but I'm not a good calligrapher yet. I'm working on it though. I'm watching lots of videos. I'm going to become a calligrapher. If not, I don't plan to monetize any of that. I just plan to do it for myself, but I am going to learn it. I also bought brush tip markers so that I could do like fancy lettering with that as well. I love the idea of bullet journaling. And again, most people that do bullet journaling have some kind of artistic ability. not me. I wish I did. Like, conceptually, I know what I want to put on paper, but to actually do it, it looks like a 5-year-old did it. But like I said, I'm not selling it, so it doesn't really matter. And then I bought this last year as well too. It's a tin from Crayola, but it's like dual-sided markers. But they've got like a fine point and I think like a chisel tip. I don't know, but I have a thing like when I go shopping, it's probably the OCD. It's probably the OCD. But I just, every time I go shopping, I buy more colored pencils, colored markers. It's a sickness. I don't need any more. I told myself that last time I went shopping. I'm like, you don't need any more markers. You don't need any more of that. You don't even use the ones you have. But I am going to do some coloring. I got like those adult coloring books, and I have to say I don't really enjoy them. I don't like doing like the, I don't know what you call those, that style of thing, but it's just like filling in little spaces. No, I like the old-fashioned coloring books where you've got like a big picture with big spaces to color in. I like that stuff. But they don't really make that type of coloring book for adults. So my mission in life is to find some coloring books like that. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna, I love making lists. So I'm gonna, do a little bullet journal-y type lists and use these fancy pens and markers to do that. I also got a really super cool when I was shopping. It was at Walmart. And when I'm Christmas shopping, I always find a bunch of stuff that I want for me. And since nobody ever buys me a gift, I mean, my mom usually gives me some cash, but nobody really buys me a gift. And I've really been into, obviously, the planning and journaling and routines and stuff. I found in the back end of this little thing with planners, it's a meal planning journal. It's got for your meals here and your snacks. It's got your activity logs so you can write down the exercises that you did and what time, and then a little space for notes. You have a water tracker down here. I mean, look at that. It's so cool. I love it. I don't know how much I'm gonna use it, because I have these big ideas that I'm actually gonna do these things, and then I don't. So, but that's one, I guess that's one goal that I have for myself. I want to start planning my meals. But to do that, I want to try new things, and that's my thing lately is I've got all these recipe books and haven't tried one recipe in any of these books. So maybe, just maybe, I'll do a cook with me video that is me trying out, new recipes. And some of them are going to be healthy. Some of them might not be super healthy. But it might just be one of those nailed it kind of videos where you're just going, oh, that didn't turn out great. Probably going to happen more often than not. I was just talking with Robbie, aka Frecky Fitwolf. I said, I think I'm gonna quit YouTube. And he was like, is everything okay? And after verbalizing that, I felt like maybe that was a little too extreme. But I know sometimes people tag me in videos they want me to do, and then I feel like really pressured to do them, which I know there is no pressure to do it, but I feel like everybody else creates their video in like a super timely manner, and me, I just hold on to it and hold on to it and hold on to it because I'm just not in the mood to make a video. And I don't know, I don't think I want to fully quit YouTube, but I definitely want to just kind of take things at my own pace. I don't want people to freak out because I didn't do their tagged video when they wanted me to, or didn't do it at all. I don't know. I didn't want to feel like an attention seeker going, I'm quitting YouTube, and then 2 weeks later start posting 3-4 videos a week. Maybe it's just my mood. Maybe it's just I'm a little creatively bankrupt right now. I have lots of ideas, but I just don't have the gumption to like do them right now. Or I do them and then I end up deleting them because I just don't have the attention span to edit them. Like, I'm on a kick right now where I'm like reorganizing my house. But then I found out I'm hosting Christmas. So now, not only am I reorganizing my house, but I'm also getting the house ready for Christmas, which I'm almost done. So, you know, but I don't know, I was just feeling pressure. And there was no pressure. It was my own pressure that I was putting on myself to be this perfect YouTuber like all the ones I see online. They all have a regular schedule, they have themes, they have, you know, like on this day we're gonna post this, on this day we're gonna post this, and they all have sponsors and they are in like groups where they do collaborations. I'm not in any of that. I'm not a part of any of that, and I don't know that I have the energy to do any of that on top of working a full-time job. I don't have it in me. I wish I did, because obviously up here, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Yes. But when it comes down to actually having to follow through, no can do. That could be the depression talking. Maybe I need to wait till I go through a manic phase. That could kick me into gear. Then I'll be making videos like 5 times a day. But for right now, no. I just don't have the wherewithal to, I feel like I've said that word a lot lately, wherewithal. I read too much, I think. But yeah, you'd think this time of year when there's like nothing to do, it's nothing but snow and cold and yuck and stuck in the house, you'd think this is the perfect time to be doing all these videos. Maybe I just need to get outside more. Maybe I need to do a self-care video. It's not that I'm neglecting myself at all. I'm definitely taking care of myself pretty well, but maybe I just need to be a little more focused about the care that I'm doing for myself, especially right before the holidays. I'm like really big into singing and being in choir, and this year I haven't gone to the rehearsals like I should have. Mind you, I was sick for that period of time, but I could have gone on Wednesday to one of our last rehearsals, and I just didn't. I just didn't care. And it used to be in the past, I would just be like, I would guilt myself about it so much that I would just go. I would just go. I'd eventually come around and enjoy it, but I'd be really stressed out and stuff like that. But I think part of this new way of taking care of myself, I kind of prioritize myself a little bit more. If I'm feeling too stressed about something or too depressed about something, I don't do it. I don't keep pushing myself until I'm burning the candle at both ends and constantly getting sick and constantly, struggling mentally because I'm trying to do too much. I understand that I don't have the same energy level that the average person does because obviously I suffer from depression. I also experience twice the amount of stress that the average person does because of OCD and anxiety. So I've learned in the last year that sometimes I got to put myself first, and sometimes it's going to piss some people off, and it has pissed a lot of people off. Maybe that's why my friends stopped hanging out with me, because I started prioritizing myself a little bit more. I know a lot of times people don't like it when you focus too much on yourself, but I've had to do it in order to get myself together and to continue being here, both because of what's going on up here and what's going on with my health. I've got to get it together or I'm not going to be here anymore. If it pisses people off, then they didn't deserve to be in my life in the first place, And if they don't want to be a part of my life, I have to accept that they don't want to be a part of my life, and I have to move forward because I've spent way too much time, and I continue to spend way too much time being upset about the fact that I don't have any friends that live by me. I mean, I have friends that live, you know, an hour and a half away, or that hang out with me on, you know, once or twice a year. So, I mean, it's not like I don't have friends, and I talk to them all the time, like through Messenger and Snapchat and YouTube. So I have social media to keep us connected, but my other friends, I don't even know what's going on in their lives right now. I don't know anything about what's going on with them aside from what I see on Facebook. And most of them don't even post that much on Facebook. I'm not ashamed to say I talked to a therapist, and she was like, you need to put yourself out there more. I'm like, I agree. You know, I'm an introvert, so it's really hard for me to put myself out there. And she's like, you need to put yourself out there. I'm like, okay. So I put myself out there. I'm like, what do you suggest? Like an introverted way for me to put myself out there? Because some things I just don't feel comfortable doing and will never feel comfortable doing and probably will avoid like the plague. So let's make it something I can actually do. And she's like, well, post on your Facebook. You've got social media. All your friends have social media, I'm assuming. I'm like, yeah, they do. And she's like, post on there, hey, I'm wanting to do blah, blah, blah. Who wants to go with me? And I'm like, that's a great idea. So I do that, and literally nobody comments. Nobody. I even went so far as to tag the people that I thought might go with me. I'm like, hey, so-and-so, how about so-and-so? How about so-and-so? Nothing. They didn't even respond. And on the ones that they do respond to, that people do respond to, it's all to say, oh, I wish I could, but, I wish I could, but, I wish I could, but, and it's like, I don't want to hear about who can't go. I want to hear about who can go. So anyhow, that is my reflections tag. And pretty much everybody that I planned to tag in this video have already been tagged by other people. So comment below if you've done this video. You can respond to it. Just because I didn't tag you in it doesn't mean you can't respond. Because I'd love to hear your answers. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I am going to enjoy my weekend by myself. The grandkids are going to be spending time elsewhere. I told the kids I need a break. I need to do some self-care. I'm feeling a little burnt out. Plus, I've been sick back to back. I need some time to recover. I need some time to get Christmas gifts and get them wrapped and get them under the tree. So I got the gifts. I just got to wrap them. Probably will do that tonight. And then I will be done. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you take care of yourself. Don't stress too much. Don't push yourself too hard, because you know what happens when we do that. We binge or we backslide. So take care of yourself and have a wonderful weekend.